Release of stored energy. During maintenance, machinery hazards, there is a chance to release of any stored energy, either chemical, pressurized water, electrical, whatever. Movement due to gravity, residual high or low pressures, restricted access and egress, residues. Residue means after cleaning or whatever, no? Residual means after taking all precautions, then residual risk means after taking all precautions, there is a residual risk. Like that, residues, toxic flammables, corrosive materials, if we are removing, even though some residuals may be there in that while doing maintenance. Okay, mechanical hazards, as discussed earlier, what are the mechanical hazards? Heat or cold or biological hazards, as you know, confined spaces. These, after that, we will discuss about confined space. This after mechanical hazards, we will go to confined space. Okay, working at heights. They are the machinery hazards while doing the maintenance. Please mute all. Factors to be. Please mute all. Factors to be. Please mute. Location of the equipment. While doing the maintenance, where we are doing, where we have to, the equipment should be maintained. Location of the equipment to be considered for the safety. Capable of being isolated. How much we can isolate it with? What are they connected with the equipment? Isolated means lockout tagout procedures as discussed earlier. Can stored energy be dissipated? Is any chances for dissipated means already we are isolated, stored any stored energy linked with that equipment that may be dissipated. There is a chances we have to consider this also. Can we segregate while doing maintenance? We have to segregate the material. Is there safe access and egress? That is also we have to consider while doing any maintenance. Is PPE is required? What type of PPE is required? Everything. Are personnel trained? Trained means the people who are involved are trained or not? That is also to be considered while doing the prior to maintenance factors. These are the factors. Okay. Are there chemical residues? Any chemical residues are there in that? Where we are doing maintenance, we have to check prior. Are there any biological hazards? If there are any biological hazards, if it is there, we have to check before doing the maintenance. Okay. Precautions when undertaking machinery and maintenance. See, everything is relating subject, completely safety subject. Isolate electrical power. We have to isolate, lockout, tagout by power while doing working with any machinery. Okay. Next, permit to work procedures. Permit to work. You do anything with any industry, we have to take a permit. Okay. As discussed earlier regarding several times. Isolate pipelines. Pipelines also be isolated. Lockout, tagout. Okay. Put blinds for the pipelines. Okay. Release loads. Any machinery, they are already carrying loads means while doing the maintenance, we will release the loads. We have to release the loads before doing any maintenance. Okay. Allow hot machinery to cool while doing. If there is a reactors, whatever, no, they are working in very high temperature, depending upon our product. Means the 200, 250 like that, some centigrade heat while working with that. While doing maintenance, we have to make it cool. After it's cooled, then only we will go with that. We will go to that near to the machine, near to the equipment, whatever the reactors like something. Okay, whatever. If machinery is hot, that should be make it as a cool. Okay, provide adequate lighting. Lighting has to be provided further. Okay, while doing the maintenance, proper lighting should be there. Okay. Means of access, proper access and egress will be provided to work with that. Otherwise, while doing maintenance, the equipment should be kept here and there. It's not like that. Okay, that is the meaning of that. Okay, provide barriers if it is required. Barriers where we are working, barricade the area. Okay, ventilate work area, proper air, exhaust fans, everything should be provided. Adequate supervision. Without supervision, there is no work will be allowed. Anywhere, any work. Okay. Okay, this is completed. Next, we will go to confined space. This is confined spaces is in everyone got this screen? I have changed it. That's why I'm asking. Hello?
No, sir, still no.
Screen you didn't get? Okay, I'll check.
It's a buffering, sir.
Now, can you please check now? All are got my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now
Yeah,
got
yeah.
it.
Now it's we are in entered in the confined space entry. Okay. Is there, this is in IS2 and IS6 also is there. Just you observe this. What is this? Confined space entry. Confined space entry means where the access and egress is very less. Entry and exit very less. Where the oxygen deficiency like that. First you see the picture. You can know the pits, tanks, silos, vessels. These are all the confined space where the entry and exit is very less. Either one entry and one exit, or one entry or another exit also is there. Even though that where there is oxygen deficiency in everything, where the tanks and everything. You can see inside they kept pipeline to suck the contaminated air. Some confined spaces need two exhaust. One is sucking the contaminated air, and another inlet is supplying the fresh air, oxygen inside. Okay. These type of tanks, pits. If while doing excavation also, more than 1.2 meter we are going inside, no, that is also it's in a confined space. Okay. You see what understood after seeing this picture? Can you please tell me someone? Waiting for answer, please.
Yes, sir. It's look like a. Yes, sir. It's look like a boiler. Someone is working on inside of the boiler, sir.
Yeah. The top of the person is there. Who is that? Top one person is there. You can see.
Guide. Yes, sir.
He is a standby watcher. Yeah, entry watchman. He is called. He is an entry watchman. Okay. There he had a call register. He had a log register. The person who is going inside, and when he is coming out, he is trained person or not, everything he will be checked and entry. And he will communicate with the people who are entering. Without his permission, no one is allowed to inside the confined space. Okay, just the picture. We will go deeply. Next slides. Okay. While going inside, we will check what are the is there any flammable gases or any toxics or oxygen deficiency. Everything we will check before entry any patients inside the confined space. Okay. Oxygen the level should be 19.5 to 23.5. It should not be enriched and deficiency. More than that also it's not allowed, and below that also 19.5 it's not allowed. People are not allowed. Any toxic gases, there is a multi-gas testers, oxygen monitors and everything. We have this one. You can see this is a oxygen meter, oxygen analyzer. This one. Okay, we'll check this before entering. We put we will tie one rope. This is before entering. We will put inside the confined space and we will check the oxygen levels inside. Like that, there is a multi-gas tester also is there. If there any toxic gases, any atmosphere inside, hazardous atmosphere is there, that will give reading by multi-gas tester. Okay. See the definition.
Sir, what is the emergency? Sir, before PowerPoint, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
What is the emergency SCBA, sir? What is the means that?
Self. 1 minute. SCBA. Self-contained breathing apparatus. Self-contained breathing apparatus. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
That is he kept. If there is any oxygen deficiency, he will supply to him. Otherwise, he will come out. If he gives a signal, that is ready. Emergency equipment is with here with the standby watcher. Okay. Shall we go for next?
Yes, sir.
Self-contained breathing apparatus. Okay. Any enclosed or partially enclosed space located either above or below ground deck levels, where entry is possible and where there is a risk of oxygen deficiency or accumulation of dust or gases which are flammable or hazardous. See, where there are enclosed place. We can write some definitions differently. Where it's an enclosed place where the access and egress is very less, the deficiency of risk of oxygen deficiency levels and accumulation of any gases or hazardous toxic material inside. As your own language also you can put a definition. It should be related with that. Put and mention with the examples. Okay. Can you please tell me someone examples, any examples for the confined space as I discussed now? Teja? Teja? Are you there? Mahesh sir?
Yes, sir. Work in chimneys, sir.
Yes.
Work in chimneys.
Chimney,
Yeah.
chimney, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Anyone else? Any examples? Pits, tanks, vessels, anything, any enclosed places. Either maybe it's
It's like a
boilers.
confined. Yes, sir. Boilers and hydro in hydro projects, sir. In hydraulic hydro projects.
Silos, tanks, pits, whatever. Where the access and access is very less, is there chances of air and oxygen deficiency or toxic atmosphere is present.
Even an excavation also.
Yes.
Yes,
Even an
sir, it's like a
excavation also
petrol.
more than 1.2. We are going inside. we have to take a permit. See,
Yes, sir. In petrol storages, bunks also, sir. Like-
yes. Even while doing example, I just want to say, if you want to do any welding in the excavated area that is more than 1.2 depth, it means what are the what types of permits we have to do? One is confined space we have to do. That's why because it is more than 1 depth. Second one, the work which we are doing, hard work. That's the second one. That permit also we have to do. We have to take out. Okay. The other criteria, large enough for enter and work. It may be large enough to enter the work, has limited access and egress. Not this confined space is not designated for human occupancy. Usually, what happens? Suppose we are working separate blocks. We have. It's not a general occupancy. We cannot go and sit or any. We cannot. Entry is restricted in the confined space. Always there is a signboard. No entry. Permit required. Like that. I hope so most of the people, some of the people know, the experienced people. All confined spaces should be warned by entry restricted, permit required. No entry. Like that, displayed. It should be displayed like that. Okay? Why people enter confined spaces? Cleaning to remove waste or sludge. While doing the shutdowns and maintenance, these are the while entering the confined spaces and everything. Usually, it's not a general occupancy. Okay. Especially some maintenance or shutdowns only, they are especially they are going and remove the wastages and cleanings and removing any sludges means tank below the tank there is a dust and very any sludges that we are the people are going inside to remove that. Physical inspection of plant or equipment while using or after this while newly we are fixing any tanks and everything. Also, while inspection also.
Yes, sir. Equipments like a pressure gauge.
Yeah,
Temperature
people entry to inspect before installing any tanks or everything, or otherwise after something shutdowns and everything after cleaning. Also, people inside they will go and check for inspections. Okay. The thing is why people enter the confined space. That's only we are discussing. Installing pumps, motors, or other equipments. Maybe see milk. There is a farms, no, dairies and everything. There is a tanks. Example, feeding tanks. They need to install some pumps and everything inside. Install pumps, motors, or other equipments has to be installed if it is required as per our production requirements. Okay. Maintenance work such as painting, sandblasting, or applying surface coatings. For doing the maintenance such as painting, people are entering. Why the people entering? That is we are discussing. Okay. Reading of meter, gauges, or dials. Any meter readings has to take inside gauges or dials. We have to check. We have to go inside the confined space. Repair work such as welding or cutting. Okay. Yeah, usually in the confined space, we are allowing the low voltage tools only we are allowing usually. Why? Because the risk is very low comparative to the, suppose we are 220 volts generally we are using, but inside we cannot take the supply 220. We reduce step down transformer or DC voltage 12 volts bulbs or 24 volts bulbs, because the risk we have to down the risks. Okay, we have to control the risks. If you are doing any gas welding or something inside the confined space, we are not allowing the cylinders inside, only pipelines only we are allowing. Okay, even welding machines or whatever, welding machines also inside we are not allowing. Okay, while going inside the people, no, they are having already oxygen meters with small monitors are there. Small oxygen monitors. They are always keep with him. That if there is any oxygen deficiency, suddenly that alarm will come. Immediately you have to escape, evacuate the confined space. Even though our entry watchman given a signal, then only we have to follow what he is saying. Okay. Entry watchman is the manager for the. He is the whole and soul responsible. He has what he said. We have to follow the people who are going inside. If he said don't no entry, no one cannot have. Hello. Okay. Everything there is a entry watchman had a log register. He will maintain the people who are going, the person name, designation, the purpose is going inside, what time is going and what side is coming. People are also rotating continuously, not allowing more than half an hour, depending on the confined space hazards. Okay, you will rotate the people. Okay, even though he will check and record the oxygen levels and any other gases and everything. We will check with the multi-gas tester, and every readings is recorded. All the readings will every 15 minutes, 30 minutes, depending upon our situation, hazardous situation of the tank. Okay, tanks, vessels, whatever in the confined space. Okay. See what is meant by IDLH and narrate with details. IDLH means immediate dangerous to life and health. It's a condition. And IDLH, there is a chance while doing this, while doing with work in confined spaces, there is chance of immediate danger of life and death, life and health. Is one that poses an immediate or delayed threat to life, or that would cause irreversible adverse health effects, or that would interfaces with an individual's ability to escape unaided from a space. It means while doing work in the confined space, there is any hazardous substances inside that may chances of cause irreversible, means if something we got a fever, means it's a reversible. Irreversible effects means it's not cure. It means it's not curable. It may be the adversible health effects means what we say, acute health, chronic health effects. It's chronic means it's not it's not reversible. These are the while doing with this confined space, if there is any hazards with that, there is a chance of IDLH. Okay, for the that is depending upon wood interfaces with individual ability. Okay, some materials may produce immediate transient effects. Is there any chemicals? Means no, if you are inhaling that we have only 10 minutes. More. Some materials may produce immediate transient effects that even is severe effects. Suddenly it may be severe effects. May pass without medical attention. May pass at that time without any medical attention, but are followed by sudden or possible fatal collapse. Suddenly, after 12 hours or 12 to 72 hours, if they are exposed to any chemicals, that may affect. At that time, there is no symptoms. After that, after 12 to 72 hours, it may expose. That may be medical attention or maybe fatal collapse. There is a chance. The victim feels normal from recovery from transient effects until collapse. Such material in hazardous quantities are considered to be immediate dangerous to health or life or health. The victim feels normal from recovery. Maybe he may recover from the exposures. Effects until collapse. Such materials are hazards. Such materials in the confined space. That is considered as depending upon the hazardous quantities as a IDLH. IDLH means immediate danger to life.
Immediate dangerous
Yes,
to
yes,
life.
yes. Yes. Potential IDLH environment is construction because of the potential to contain hazardous atmospheres in the confined space or enclosed space or suspect IDLH environments. IDLH environments are contained in the hazardous atmosphere in the confined space. There is so many fatal accidents I have heard and I have seen this in my experience in the confined space. See, there is a potential IDLH environments, working environment in the confined spaces. Okay. We have very few time. We will discuss this slide only today. Effects of hypoxia means reduce the oxygen. See, oxygen percentage 23.5 is the about 23.5. 23.5 is the oxygen enrichment. Enrichment means it's more excess, more than. If enrichments levels are high, that is also effective. There is a chances of fire. Okay, the precautions and everything we will discuss regarding just what are the effects due to the oxygen deficiency or of oxygen enrichment. 21% normal conditions, no effect. Normal breathing, normal. It's required for the patients. 19.5 oxygen deficient. Below 19.5 is oxygen deficient. If there is oxygen, what are the effects and everything we will discuss later. 17 is if there is 17% oxygen inside, some muscular impairment, increasing respiratory rate. It may chance of rating of increase our respiratory heart rating. 12% dizziness, headaches, rapid fatigue. There is a chances if 12% oxygen. Okay, if 9% unconscious, if 7 to 6 death within a few minutes. Okay. Some examples of confined space contains IDLH. Okay. This is the H2S monitor. You can see this. This is H2S monitor. Okay. This is oxygen monitor means analyzer. If there is a deficiency, if there is more than that, enrichment or any deficiency, it gives alarm. Okay. While doing the confined space, we have to wear the harness, safety harness. Yeah, this you see that yellow color. Several times I have shown this. Why? Because work at heights only we are using the this safety harness above 1.2. Even though in confined space, while there is any emergency, if the person is unconscious or any incident happen inside, we have to take it out. If the people who are wearing the safety harness, the people inside the tank, means we can put outside the confined space. There is a tripod with the retractable fall arrest system is there. We have to take it out. We have to take him out easily. That is the reason the people all should wear the safety harness. Inside the people who are going to the inside the confined space. That is the reason. While rescue, it will help. You understood my point? Some people may not be asked why it is required safety harness inside the tank. While rescue, it will be help. Okay. These are the fall arresters. This is the fall arrestor. Some people knows that we have this polyamide rope is there with the belt. We will lock in that. It's hang. Okay. We have only 3 minutes. If you have any doubts, please ask me, because